Obviously, we know all too well the trials and tribulations that this organization's been through at RMRs. Madden, up close towards Dark, it's Blitz with the Julies in hands, turns, takes the fight, good damage onto the second as well. Lucky that Simple survives that, off the back of even the damage and spawn from his teammate. Could have been hellish, but he's on the bomb site now, and he's got backup. FaZe though, swings out round the back, Vince, takes the head clean off.
Well, it's down to Snappy. He was the player that shanked S1MPLE. And now he has to try and make amends with the clutch. I don't think he knows he's about to get backstabbed by MBQK. Oh, he's dead, man. He's got him dead to rights. And Eclot start with a clutch and a post plant on top of it.
Galil in the hands of Snappy. Flashbangs to work with as well. Throwing him deep over the back of the B bomb site and looking for the run on in. Up on top with the M4 though. Can't afford the luxury of going for a peek due to the utility usage, and Magisk and Snappy activate early. Looking good for a response back in.
Yeah, this has been clean. Way better than that pistol round. Snappy with a hail of gunfire just spraying through the smoke, forces back the CTs, and Eclot will have to save. React accordingly, but yeah, the lack of utility is a bit of a problem. They've gone for firepower over it, got a bit of a boost in here for Daitor. Blitz is perching him up. Trying to strike from that nest, but it's Madden. The Magpies him out. Snappy in the meanwhile, the drive-by with the Mac-10. And although Falcons take a lot of damage on the approach, it's still going to be the site that's going to read theirs in this post plant. May just goes down to MBQQ. Not sure if they can actually retrieve that weapon just yet, though. They have now picked it up, and Snappy activates. A lot of damage inflicted again, but it looks as though Eclot will be good to save these 3 weapons, 2 of which are rifles. It does mean that Falcons, though, will take the lead at 2-1.
Especially up against some of the other bigger names. They're gelled. They're 5 fingers in one hand. They've got great synergy, whereas for Falcons, I still think that's developing. It doesn't feel like it's there.
I feel like there's a lot of pressure for Falcons to deliver as well in terms of some of the periphery players like the Maddens and the Duprees of this team. 1-4 trade early on, but Snappy with that Mac-10 decides to try and make the most of that spawn and gets 2. He had 5k in money and still elected to go for the Mac-10. And the run and gun style has boosted him into a 5-kill streak. Eclot will have to save one more time, although this could give them a chance. A bit of a labored spray from Kriaz, but he gets his man all the same. S1MPLE on the prowl, hunting for some prey, and Kriaz is not long for this world. The timing may favor him. Does S1MPLE assume he's gone to the rogues? Absolutely not. Surely not a knife. He's going to find both players now, can shut them down. There's the first. Kriaz going to go in for that wide swing, and S1MPLE does what S1MPLE does best, and that is frag hard. Falcons 4-1. Important not to hemorrhage kills early on in this round, though, for Eclot. You've got to force Falcons into these awkward engagements towards the dying embers of the rounds. Flashes there, follow-up damage as well for Kriaz, taking minimal in return. I think that's where maybe Falcons will start to come apart a little bit, is on those late round executions. You just gotta stay alive and see what they've got. Nade thrown in as well behind that smoke. May just think someone might be hiding behind it, but that's not the case. And with 53 seconds left, Falcons starting to make a move now over onto the opposite side of the map on B. Molotov's down, Snappy's getting aggressive. This time though he's bested.
It's looking a whole lot better from them. It'd have to be something heroic now. The dink instantaneously onto S1MPLE, leaves him with just a sliver of health. Nade rolls around the corner. Goodbye, S1MPLE. Only Magisk remains. So, Eclot waking up in the 7th. And it hasn't looked anything near clean for them. You've kind of been falling over on the site hits, the 1v1s. This time at least finding impact, and FaZe with the scope, showing what he can do. Magisk looking for the save, spots the head of Blitz, takes that man down. Won't really be room to get the weapon out of his hands unless you go for the wild swing out through mid-side. No harm, no foul. Save the 3 weapons. Detour just went for the run up to grab the 8k and then tuck straight back in. Could find some back turns. You can see the swivel on Dupree, a bit paranoid about this. Honed in on the angle now. It should be good for the read if he peeks out. Ooh, catches him. That's Dupree down, forces the issue. They've got to push out onto the site. Snappy baits the peak, Simple hits the connection. 20 seconds. You've got to do something and do it damn soon. They're not going to have long left on this one. Simple closes the gap, wants to combat up. Here's the footsteps. Oh, it all goes wrong. Shaky hands with the AWP. Detour downs him and forcefully replies back onto Madden. They're not overly cautious, not using their nades early off a little bit of a show. They're making sure they use it where they can. MBQQ back at the site. Magisk will put a bullet right between his eyes, and they've still got time to play with on this one. Don't need to commit just yet. Forzi finds the tap straight back, but Snappy on contact in. Craters Kriaz. And opens up a pathway into the bomb site. Rotations coming quickly though. Detour peeking up. Ooh, could actually take down the bomb planter. That's on to Snappy. Look how low they are, Vince. Simple and Magisk with 11 HP combined.
Not much time, even 20 seconds on the clock, and they need to try and force this bomb down. They still need to retrieve it first and foremost. 15 seconds, Simple down to grenades once again. They need Dupree to activate. Smoke clearing, he's got the drop on both players. Spray is only good for one, leaving his Danish teammate partner in crime on low HP, but Magisk threads the headshot.
3 rounds ahead. Still cash flow to work with. CT's buy straight back in. Early utility usage, change of pace as well. They're going quicker this time around, running straight into the AWP of Forzi though. That's Madden. Slay to the ground. Molotov forces him off the angle. He still wants to fight this.
These are angles that will be very difficult to deal with. Additionally, they don't know if mid's been pushed. So much of the map is a big question mark as far as Falcons are concerned.
There's the jiggle on the swing. Oh, it baits the info just enough that they don't hard clear the corner. Snappy's going for it. Simple though. Quick on the draw. Wild West maneuvers. Strikes back with the AWP. Nade damage is good on exit as well. Peering over the top of the smoke. You peek into this, you could be a dead man walking. But again, it's 30 seconds on the timer and you're trapped outside of the bomb site. Spam through from Detour. Softening them up massively. Simple. Left alive on 36 HP, but Magisk gives as good as he gets.
You could just hear that from the perspective of Detour. I think it was like, dink. There's one bullet through the smoke.
As soon as the AWP came alive for Forzi though, he's been finding ways to crack open these rounds. He's keeping them guessing in terms of his positions. Snappy calls it again. They go straight back to basics. They want to go for this fast B play that they tried to slip into last time, running out towards the A site. MBQ snaps the head of Dupree. Peppers him back as well. Mass use of utility thrown over towards the site to allow him to actually push up close. It's Madden that's looking for the run out. Magisk committing to the plant.
Plant successful. Smoke's now beginning to dwindle and fade, so they're going to be reimbursed. Kriaz comes out with the first in this encounter. Big shot from Madden. Needs to get onto Detour. Spray slightly off, and Detour will punish. Simple in familiar territory with his back against the wall in yet another clutch post plant. First shot goes awry. He'll be flashed and forced away from that smoke and cannot deny the defuse. Eclot have brute forced their way back onto the site for another successful retake. And these strats, by the way, Jackie. So if they can get the 6-6 here, Jackie, we are on for a very interesting second half.
Well, that 6-6 is one step closer. There's 40 seconds left. Walking up into the crosshair is Snappy, though. That could be the problem. MBQQ taken out. Kriaz, you've got a lot to do here. Camera control needs to be a huge talking point on the round if they commit to it, but they back off. They call quits on the play. They exit out. Snappy's rotating back around. They're going to dark. They're going to try and hit the B site instead. Up close, it's Blitz. He's tucked in. Do they clear him? Snappy looking for the response back. Good with the follow-up. Bomb's going to be planted. All on the retake there. Nade over. Only does a bit of chip damage onto him, but Detour strikes first. Forzi 1v1 versus Simple. Knee goes down heavy. Eclot equalizing at the half. 6-6 versus the Falcons.
Oh, dear, dear, dear. This is getting a little bit nervy now for Falcons. You are 5-1 in the lead.
Welcome, traveler, to the realm of dream skins. You won't believe your luck, but it's true. A cascade of adventures awaits just for you. Are you ready? Quickly, our cases pursue. Welcome to Skin Club, A place that is not just a case-opening platform with skins, but a real community of CS2 players. Open cases for your favorite game. Free openings are waiting for you every day. If the desired skin fell out, put it in your inventory. Do not fall out. Upgrade it to your desires. Can't pick a case? Get into battles, compete with other players, and decide the outcome right here and right now. Do you think that nothing can surprise you? Then every month, exclusive events with different themes are waiting for you. Earn event points and get access to exclusive cases. Let cases carry your cares away to Skin Club, where your inventory calls to play.
Oh man, how's this one gonna go? Madden looks for a little bit of a face. Wants the info play towards mid-side. It's 4Z Blitz. And a bit of backup there with Kriaz as well rotating over. If they peek into this, could catch him on the timing. 2 frags found with another one added to the total tally as Blitz ruins Snappy with the Glock. They could be on board for their second pistol.
Bro, 3-on-3 in mid, you don't take a single kill and barely scratch the surface on Kriaz? Falcons. What is happening right now? This is where you run into that problem. If you're lacking firepower, you're going to get found out in these rounds.
Terrorists win.
This is the last time I mention this, but just to put it in context while we're in this round. S1MPLE obviously has a very small sample size, 1.12. After that, Madden, 1.02. Magisk, 1.0. Dupree, 0.94. And Snappy, 0.88. The stats don't lie. And that's HLTV rating, which obviously takes into account multiple facets like ADR, damage done, these kinds of statistics. There was a huge drop-off past S1MPLE. They've got the early 1v1, though, in terms of a trade, but Magisk feeling a little bit worse for wear down at 52. But that's kind of my concern right now, Jackie. And having seen this map play out, I've not been won over just yet.
Leaving a lot to be desired in some of the engagements. How it was 4Z that was the star of the show with the AWPing. And with S1MPLE on the server. And there's a bit of a damning statement. He's got Julies here. 2 guns is better than 1. Let's see if he can have some fun out from camera. Tags, but no conversion. Doesn't take him down, so they get the site. They get exactly what they wanted off the back of this.
But he's only up to 1,400 before the bomb detonation, so... Oh, Falcons looking like they could be a 9-6 deficit potentially before they can even fully start to envelop themselves into full-on investments. Dupree with death from above could get a second as well to a low blitz. Oh, the bomb's going to finish off the plays if they're not careful. And Dupree goes in, getting a couple more kills for his name. He's going to draw away some of those rifles. Not bad damage inflicted to Eclot.
I mean, the pace has been nice from Eclot on their T side. It's not as if it's been one-dimensional. They've been able to slow it down, speed it up. Again here, up close and personal. It's only Snappy's Mac 10. He finds one straight to the head. They're looking for the trade back. He's been damn good with this SMG. He won't get himself a fur, but you've done a lot of damage. And S1MPLE was there, looking for more. He walks out, but dead and buried. S1MPLE's gone. You've equalized it.
Man, Snappy did so much work. You even supplied S1MPLE with the M4 so we could make the most of that weakness, but instead you're now a player behind. Major's caught from main. MBQQ will not give him any room for error. No prisoners taken on this approach. And sure, it's not a full investment. Falcons will have a buy into the next, but they had a golden opportunity to get closer and bring Eclot down. Maybe Madden can still do it with the P250. No one there watching 4Z's back. And Dupree now starting to make a move into position through on cams. 18 seconds left on the clock as they try and get that plant down. They need to fully commit to it this time. Detour on 50 HP. But now that smoke's going to start to fade, and Dupree has a chance.
MBQQ peeks out. Dupree. He wants to play his card at just the right time. Don't reveal himself until he's ready to find a pickup. Slowly weaving his way through the backline. Madden can take the attention. He can try and make the play. It's all getting messy though. Madden's the only one making moves. Dupree, at least in the 1v1 up against Detour, does connect it in the end. But that's a round that Madden saves for them. And for the very first time on the CT side, it feels like Falcons are able to live the high life. Actually have a healthy buy to work with, and it's Eclot that has the shoe on the other foot. Kriaz has the rifle. Up close though, Dupree. Good for one, but Kriaz instantly trades. Runs in with the Kalashnikov and rips the head off. Simple, juggling angles. They bait out the crosshair, he still holds strong on the fight. Madden again, making some monstrous moves. And with only FaZe running in on 20 HP, this should be a relatively easy conversion. Snappy swings with the SMG, 8-8. But still, it looks squeaky, it looks scary.
The stick.
It's like that meme, you know, the one where it's like when someone's trying really hard,
the
they're
sweat's
sweating.
Coming down. Yeah, that guy's fit. Jeez, you could definitely clip that and take that as a meme.
Oh yeah, recreate that one.
It's properly into it. That's awesome.
And you got to be mad. He's leading by example, right? Like 17 kills. Yeah. Madden, as much as it's not as high on the total tally, he's had a ton of impact with the frags he's finding. We need everyone to come alive right now. This is a game that by no means is over.
Just looked like his mouse weighed like 20 kilos or something like this.
He's got the dumbbells on it.
Yeah.
It's one way to get your exercise in.
There he is again. Man, how many SMG kills he picked up this game? It must be at least 10.
All the info in the world can be passed over to the players on the B bomb site because of this.
100%. And they know they can lock in position. They can get the rotation come through as well. You can see they've got so many angles to watch on the site now. No one had to fall off. They want to find intel. And Eclot may want to try and save. There's a snake in the grass. Snappy, though, has been beheaded. S1MPLE is going to keep this round underway, and time does the rest for them. FaZe could be going down after time, though. The spray's not good, but they're S1MPLE from the back. People aren't able to watch these games. Well, Eclot can only watch on as their opposition leapfrog ahead of them and make moves towards that very mark. After having so many chances and advantages in this game, and a full half buy into middle. And they're being smacked down by tons of grenades. Snappy this time missing out on some kills, but goes back in for seconds and does get punished.
Might have reeled them in enough, though, that S1MPLE can do the rest of the work for them. On the jump back across, the Tech-9s deliver. Hang on a minute, this is now a 2v2. They're Tech-9s. They're up close, running on in. Dupree. That's the spray we wanted to see.
I just love as well that Snappy is fully embraced, like, I need to be the entry frag IGL. I need to be the guy that's getting super aggressive. You sometimes see Carrigan doing this as well when FaZe are struggling just a little bit. He's fully embraced that. Oh, flash is good, but S1MPLE still loses his dome through the smoke. Exquisite entry frag, but they need to build off the back of that one. And Dupree may have started slow, but he's heating up right now. Spray off, though, gets delved into as they make the incursion and the incision onto the site. No one there for Falcons to stop them. They've already backed off to save.
Oh, blitz. Hello? 4x3 over the top.
He was so busy just enjoying the sightseeing on beach, he just didn't spot him. Oblivious.
Posturing from the T side. Looks for a late hit on the B bomb site. Exchange of nades at mid, tons of noise. Dupree's got the molly primed in his hand. He can drop the incendiary if they go for the audio cue down on the fight. Might get backstabbed though. He's got a back pedal from this, tries to defend, 1-for-1 trade. Kriaz, instant opener. Snappy on the site looking to assist, but they're still finding pickups. T-side, carving away back into the bomb site here.
Snappy trying to stay alive, but there is a small gap in the smoke, and Kriaz will exploit that. And how S1MPLE may just have the tumultuous task of deciding, do they want to try and fight in a 2v4 or back off? And although we have the benefit of seeing two players are exceptionally low, Falcons have no idea. And to make matters worse for S1MPLE, he's lost his partner in crime. He's lost his bodyguard. And now he has to do it all alone if he wants to hold on to this orb. But there is also a flanking contingent from Kreese. S1MPLE in all kinds of problems. Is he really thinking of trying to push out and ninja this? He gets spotted. If he can get this kill, there was a way forward, but MBQQ holds the line. There was a split second there I thought he was going to successfully. Some players need a kick up the backside, some need an arm around the shoulder. But what Falcons need right now is just a round win, and they've lost dupreeh. Sneaking his way down into canals. We've not really seen Falcons go for this play yet. And the first time they pull it out the hat.
Oh, maybe this has tricked them as well, leading them to believe that they're actually going to backpedal, posture off, go for the late hit towards the B side, but they've just cut noise. They're taking extra space. They can go for a two-pronged attack, out through camera. Snappy. It was rough last time with the MP9, but this time he's got the drop on him. No, he doesn't. Detour spots him. MP9 deleted from the server. Another frag to their favor. Looking to take match point here versus Falcons, and they've got a pathway onto the bomb site. Only one man there, it's Magisk. Can he go monstrous with the M4? Trying to hold back the wave, they run on in. First headshot to clean connection, seconds there as well. Flick up, but too little too late. Madden arrives, MP9 shuts down Detour, but he's gone to FaZe, and it's all simple. 1v2, 13 seconds. If he can deny the plant, they could still win this one. Takes the head off, jumps into the bomb site, flying through the air. It's simple to save it for Falcons.
What? 5 HP, every bullet of the magazine. Oh, what a moment in this game. Still not done just yet though, Jackie. The job is still afoot. They still need to close this out.
You would have been playing for the overtime. Now that's what Eclot have to do, and dupreeh with the smoke shot straight through dark. A ton of impact on that one. An important time to win his 1v1 versus Kriaz in the close quarters engagements. They've come back from worse, but it is not going to be easy. 60 seconds on the timer here in the 24th round. Blitz, bombarded by the nade, tagged up. dupreeh playing anti-flash, got support from Madden for the full attack. They're going to go in together, crouch walk into the crosshairs. Madden with one, NBQQ back for two as well. Are they still on for this? Can they force us to the OT? It's simple on the site.
But another moment of brilliance will be required. From the start, so much damage through the smoke though from Snappy. FaZe and NBQQ both tagged to around 10 HP. Could be finished off through the smoke as Majors gets aggressive, and there is Snappy with two. Now shows his hand. He's been so clinical, so huge this entire match, but he will not have any further impact in regulation. Detour shuts him down for his 23rd. They don't have mid control. That is one potential problem, but Blitz is trying to rectify that right now. Uh-oh.
3 bullets left, panic setting in, gives up the position. Smoke deep as well, and they're not actually going for the mid play. It's all a setup for the late hit onto the back of B. Madden, they're going to run you down. Up close and personal, dupreeh on the off angle, goes in, good damage. Madden and s1MPLE activating in unison, and one by one, Eclot are falling to pieces. You've only got 8 seconds left to clutch this one out. They have to take the fights, and it's s1MPLE with the collapse through the smoke. Only required 1 bullet.
Oh, normally it's 3 strikes and you're out, but s1MPLE had plenty of lifelines in that round. When he missed those first 2 in mid, I was fearing the worst for him. A really good hold from dupreeh and Majors though. And there is the lineup. 2 for 1. Low time left. Why not? I don't think anyone was anticipating it to be this close when we started this best of 1. And yet here we stand. Kriaz around the corner, good flash. s1MPLE getting peppered and found and picked off. Huge scalp to take so early on.
Get away with taking some liberties on the peak as well. They get the read. You spot Snappy, cast out the utility, and get Falcons in their own heads, expecting the play out towards A. Spray down from Magisk, back of the pillar. Bullets don't land. Snappy can't find it either. It's been Madden making hero maneuvers again and again, but only 2 frags. Throws it over to dupreeh. And shot straight in the back as FaZe had the angle. They equalize again.
Snappy with a jiggle. Pete wants to throw it. Incendiary down. Well timed. It's going to keep the T's at arm's reach. Allows a rotation quickly. But they're actually stacking plays still over on B. They haven't budged an inch, and it could be the correct decision. They've done enough to force them back. There's not going to be much time left. And s1MPLE in the shooting gallery kneecaps Detour. Has spot multiple players drop down, and they go back again. So dizzy with all these rotations, but Eclot have an opportunity now in a 2 versus 5 on this approach. They've lost the first player, who are weakened up by nades, and our Majors can just pivot in for the spray. Gets 1, Blitz there with 2. A 2-on-3, just getting the bomb planted down, but the hemorrhaging losses, and dupreeh puts the final nail in the coffin. Falcons lead in the second half of OT. And the rotation's coming in quick, though. He will have backup. Reinforcements have arrived.
Nade out, break the smoke. Detour takes 1 straight back. Softens him up. They're in their post plant, set up for this. Snappy with a nade in his hands, dashes it deep. Again, making it more uncomfortable. They're all here, revving their engines. They've got flashbangs to instigate the push, but it's got to be absolutely pristine, especially with the timer being the 6th man on the server for Falcons. Snappy in a primetime angle. Cannot deliver though. Detour blind, still fragging. dupreeh clashes back. Magisk inside a dark, shrouding the round in an air that should be Falcons as Magisk spray seals onto 2 with no real time left. FaZe trying to bait them in, but even if he does, the bomb's going to detonate in his face, and Falcons will climb to 15.
Oh, they climbed to 15, all right. And this is where that double AWP setup is a bit of a problem for Eclot. Oh, creeping their way through that smoke right now. The entry is clean. Priaz needed the kill, got it, but it's going to be traded out immediately. FaZe, though, in the right position and the right time to pull the trigger. And they have done enough to pull back away the T's, but have a quick look at dupreeh. He's already on B site. He's got it cleanly cut as well and can smoke off Temple. This facilitates his teammates to come in, and Blitz, so desperate, may have assumed that was a set play smoke from outside of B, just runs straight into the AK. And this could be the beginning of the end for Eclot. They desperately need this 2v3. FaZe and Detour in moves. Nearly 50 kills between the 2 of them. But the positions are looking so difficult to deal with. And s1mple providing the watch spot from Con. Madden playing with his food up close with the AK. They're going to force their way out, but they double peek him. And there's no re-engaging frag. The timer is low on the bomb. s1mple just needs to hold fire for 1 frag. That could be good enough. Lands the shot. Now we have it. Falcons withstand all those tests and dial in the 1-0.